Community Viewpoint with John Pollock and Maria Hurst.
And welcome once again to Community Viewpoint. I'm John Pollock, your host once again for this segment of Community Viewpoint. Today we're going to be talking with Michael Gagliano.
You got it. Perfect.
Mike's from the Midwest like myself. Not you, but your family has been, you were talking about Milwaukee. He's a cheesehead. I'm from Chicago. I'm a pizza head, so we're Cubs fans and things like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's not why we're here. Mike is here speaking about one of our new sponsors at Pahrump. Pahrump. It's called Creekside Hospice.
Yes, Creekside Hospice. Mm-hmm.
And you're at 2200 East Calvada Boulevard.
Correct.
And your phone number will be 727-7000. And that's right at the Calvada I. And it should be at the right-hand side. That's where our old office for West Care used to be. So
I know it as the place with the really awesome park with the giant trees.
The giant trees.
And the crows that will steal your food if you leave it out too long.
Exactly. So we're going to talk about hospice care. And what does hospice care encompass?
That's actually a really good question. And the average person hears hospice and they instantly think death. And hospice is so much more than that. Basically, when you are appropriate for hospice, your doctor will tell you. Your doctor is going to say, okay, well, you have a terminal illness.
Right.
Your prognosis is 6 months or less. Should this illness follow its natural course? At that point, you've got an option. You could try for more aggressive treatment, more therapy, chemotherapy, radiation therapy, or go home. And that's where hospice comes to play.
Right. Make your final days a lot easier and more relaxing.
Absolutely. Let us come in. Let us work on comfort. Let us work on the actual care of the symptoms. Mm-hmm. That way, you can go naturally.
Right.
You could take your time, be at peace, get to see your family while you're still lucid, while you still have the ability to. Let our social workers come in and handle things like, what about that new truck you just purchased and you've got payments on? What about your house? What happens to your house when you're gone?
Right.
What about your family? Do you have a power of attorney set up? What about your advance directives? What about funeral services? How many people just are like, oh my God, funeral services? Mm. They're really expensive.
Right.
So let hospice come in and just kind of handle some things for you.
So what are the people that you have? What are the different professionals, technicians, medical people that you have available?
Well, it all starts obviously with a doctor. You got to have one of those, right?
Okay.
After the doctor, we also have nurses that are going to be on staff to assist you. Okay. Chaplains, spiritual care, which is actually a large portion of hospice. Maybe you're not religious, but maybe you just have questions. Maybe you just need a friend.
So you contacted different religious groups in town here?
We actually have them on staff.
Do you?
And we have several different denominations, and they are willing to do any denomination. So it doesn't matter what your faith, what your religion is.
Like a service chaplain.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Social workers, they handle those things like advance directives and to make sure that everything is in order at that time of transition for you and for the caregivers. We also offer bereavement coordinators and counseling for not only after the transition, but what about before? What about that anticipatory grief? I mean, you're dealing with a lot of different losses that could come up. I mean, the loss of your healthy self, the loss of, being able to take care of yourself, the loss of being able to make decisions. So those are things where a bereavement coordinator can come in and say, okay, well, let's talk about those things. And then not to mention our volunteer services as well and CNAs as well. So we try to have a nice interdisciplinary group that kind of like that encircles you. That is a huge support team just to ensure you get everything you absolutely need from hospice.
When we're talking about the Cubs, you'll have a full team, first, second, third base, shortstop, pitcher, catcher. You have everything covered.
Got to have it all.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's cool.
No shortstop, then there it goes, and you might as well not even be playing on the field, right?
Yeah. As I get older, I'm thinking about this a little bit more and more. As we get in our 60s and then 70s, hopefully we make it that far. These things come into our minds.
Yes, absolutely.
So the volunteers, do you have people different groups that you go to, or do they come to you? How does the volunteer work?
Volunteering is one of those things where it's a calling. Hospice is a calling, and being able to spend time with somebody that may be in hospice right now is a calling, and it could be from groups. I've worked with the Lions groups, the Rotary groups, Key clubs. I've worked with massage therapy groups in town, and it's just a matter of who you are and what it is that you want to accomplish, in life, and what do you want to do to feel good about yourself and to help out the community. And hospice is a great way. A lot of people in hospice, they may have caregivers, but they've been taking care of, Grandma Jones for 2 years now, and they're burnt out. Mm-hmm. Grandma Jones is lonely. Her friends have long gone, moved on, and she would probably really like somebody just to come in and say, "How are you?"
Right. Yeah, because a lot of times we're just by ourselves. We've lost our loved ones probably before we came out here. We retired.
Years passed.
Yeah. So
I had one lady, she hadn't seen a dog in 3 years. So we brought a dog in, let her pet it.
Yeah, it's another thing. Do you like doing that, working with animals? 'Cause
Absolutely.
I've heard that, and it does work too. Give somebody a nice little pet, a nice dog. Not a pit bull, but nothing really overpowering.
Right. You don't want to bring a Saint Bernard in and
something soft and cuddly, and then enjoys being petted and stuff. It soothes the soul, basically.
You said it perfectly. It's stress. Our life is stress. Mm-hmm. We're just one big ball of stress, and you can see just one cute fluffy puppy, and you go, oh.
Right.
And it doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter your condition. And stress means one less pain pill. One less pain pill means that much more longer of being lucid and being with your family.
I know the ladies I work with over at WestCare, when the paper comes out and they have the pictures of all the animals at the animal shelter, the cats and the dogs, they're going ooh and ah every week.
Oh, look at this one.
Give me that paper. Go back to work.
Yeah.
But it just works. It puts something in your mind, and just the pictures of them, just makes you feel more sedate and.
It does.
Just relaxed.
And if any of your viewers actually have a pet and they're actually interested in doing that type of volunteer service, they can contact us and we can help get that set up actually. And I would love to talk to you a little bit about that, and even just regular volunteer service, coming in, playing Scrabble. I have played a lot of Scrabble, but I have lost a lot of Scrabble. I can't even begin to tell you how good a lot of them are. So. That would be great. I would love to have him come in and talk to me, and even just in regards to the services that we offer. And we do a wellness fair, actually, a health and wellness checkup at the senior center every third Monday.
You mentioned it, yeah.
So come down. Feel free. I'm usually always there. Mike G. Just ask for me, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that I may have missed.
And that's on what day? Tuesday?
That is Monday.
Mondays?
Every third Monday, and we just did it last week. So anybody that's good at math out there, I'm not. Anybody else can put that together.
So what time do you get down there? Because they run between 11 and 1 for the lunch. What time do you get there?
We actually get there right around 9 a.m.
Oh, okay.
And we do it all the way up to lunch. And we're even there up a little bit after.
Okay.
Try to sneak in some soup if I can.
Oh, yeah. I try to make it over there. They never call me when they have the cold pea salad over there. That's my favorite.
Oh, really? Oh, there you go.
Yes.
All right, cool.
That's on the buffet, and I get the lesser price because I'm a senior, so I pass that, so I get the cheaper price. So
and also,
it's the greatest deal in town for food. Also, it's very healthy, and it's very very low cost food too for the seniors. Monday through Friday, I think it's like between 11 and 12:30. I get there at 11, get a good seat. And you'll be fed well.
And that's good. And actually, you talk about being healthy, and especially to a lot of the seniors out there, your health is very important, and what you eat and what you put in your body right now is very important. And we actually do check blood sugar. We check your blood glucose when you come in.
Oh, okay.
And that's just to kind of help you understand, how you're eating, what you're eating, and do you need to talk to your doctor about your sugar levels, and just kind of help get you prepared for whatever next step you might need.
Not to be disrespectful, do you have a food Nazi that comes in, go through the cabinets and throw out the stuff?
We don't.
Do you have a nutritionist?
Actually, at that point, the nutritionist will really come down to being the nurse.
Okay.
And the doctor.
They better know. Yes.
And they'll kind of decide, okay, what are you eating? What can you eat?
Right.
What's going to be symptomatic to you, and what's going to make it easier on you.
I know, because the doctor in years past gave me these pills for cholesterol, and then dummy me, now I get these big boxes of Quaker oats, or the cheaper stuff, the whole oats, and you just heat it up with a little water, put a little bit of brown sugar, some fruit in there, and you lower your cholesterol without the pills. It's cheaper,
right?
And it's healthier.
It's all about saving money, healthy. I'm the worst. I can't go anywhere without a box of cookies. I'm hidden all around the house. My girlfriend goes nuts because she'll just find like cookie crumbs and cookie wrappers all over the place. I have to have them.
Or at least two oatmeal cookies.
That's right. At least I'll switch to oatmeal. I should take my own advice. Practice what you preach, right?
Yeah.
It only makes sense.
Because there's plenty of different types of oatmeal cookies that are very, very tasty. But the nutrition is very important in what you eat, because your body is our bodies are much more sensitive as we get older, and at that point of life, we have a lot of pills going into us also that don't sit well on our systems.
Absolutely.
But so we got about 3 minutes left. So
Great.
let's run through this again. You're
Sure.
at 2200 East Calvada Boulevard.
Yes.
That's right near the Calvada Eye, and that's 727-7000. It's Creekside Hospice. Michael G.
That's me.
And if you want to talk about the Cubs or anything,
give me a call. Also, I just want to put out some appreciation to a lot of our volunteers out there right now that are really helping us out. They don't.
Yes.
And also to our veterans. We get a lot of veterans, obviously, in our service, and we get a lot of veterans that actually volunteer. And the things that they've done for our country just cannot be forgotten. And so I say thank you to all of you out there that have done so much for us, and Creekside Hospice, and myself included. We really appreciate everything you've done, and we're honored that you've let us into your community.
Yeah, and just before we close, there's a fantastic article in the Chrome Valley Times when we're taping this on Friday.
Oh, great.
In the community section about veterans, our veterans. So if you want to read that, it's in the community section. The only thing that I had an issue with, there's a food bank there. It says Monday through Friday from 10 till 12. It's from Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 10 to 12 at the food bank.
So don't get there at like 9:58. It won't be open.
No, get there on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Perfect.
They're closed on Tuesday and Thursday. So I want to make sure that you're not disappointed when you go over there, because they have wonderful services there for us. There's different types of food banks, but that's the one that services us in general, the veterans. I'm a member of AmeriCorps, working with veterans.
Oh, that's great.
And I am a veteran from Vietnam. So
thank you, sir.
So thank you very much, Michael. Thank you for watching, and we will see you on segment 2. Bye.